Hey everyone, it's Jonathan. I just wanted to give you a quick update because my plans keep changing or getting thrown off, and I just want to make sure that anyone who cares knows what to expect. For starters, I'm still going with my every other week release schedule on all of my shows, except when I'm not. I've been trying to plan out the next few months on a calendar, and I'm seeing that doing a very consistent every other week release schedule is definitely going to work better for me in the long run, but I will still have times where there will be 2 or 3 weeks in a row with an episode each week. For example, next month I have a 2-part episode on a version of Pinocchio that had a direct-to-video sequel, so those episodes will come out within a week of each other. And speaking of Pinocchio, I usually try to contain every version ever as much as I can to its own podcast, just sharing the big event episodes with the main podcast. However, at least for the next couple of months, it's going to spill into the main podcast a bit more than I would normally like, partly because I've had a bunch of delayed recordings this month and last, for a variety of reasons, including a funeral, things surrounding that, as well as just regular work and other schedule conflicts with my guests. I seemed to have no problem getting all of my Pinocchio episodes recorded. Most of those are already in the can and have been for weeks. But when it came time to record one-off episodes for iHeart Movies or iHeart Animation, suddenly I and my guests just seemed to have all manner of things come up. So while I didn't want iHeart Movies to be completely taken over by episodes of every version ever, since it is its own podcast after all, for the next couple of months, it kind of will be. I will still try to have 2 or 3 regular episodes out as well, but there will definitely be more Pinocchio here in the near future, especially because the 100th episode of Every Version Ever is coming soon, and I have something really special planned. The return of a guest who hasn't done a podcast with me since even before the podcast officially became a podcast. So it's been a while, and maybe this is only exciting to me, but I'm excited, so hopefully you will be too. So while I'm releasing mostly Every Version Ever episodes here on the main podcast, I'm switching my release day to Wednesdays, even for regular episodes. I think I said I was switching it to Sundays, and since I made that announcement, I have released exactly 0 episodes on Sunday. I might in the future if it makes sense within the schedule of the other podcasts, but for now, I'm keeping things simple, and all episodes here on the main podcast will come out on Wednesdays. Every Version Ever episodes will simultaneously release on both podcasts, and if I have a one-off episode, it will release on one of my off weeks. So technically on the main podcast, you're getting way more episodes than all of the other podcasts. I should also give an update on iHeart Animation while I'm at it. I have not had as much time as I would like to bank episodes like I wanted, so instead of having a massive release at the beginning, I think I will be a bit more conservative, and I'll probably still do a bigger release at the beginning, probably an episode every day for a week when it premieres, but after that I think I'm probably going to have to limit it to just 2 or 3 episodes a week. Even though they are re-releases, so these episodes technically already do exist, some of them will require a bit of re-editing, new graphics, intros, thumbnails, etc., and that's not even factoring in the time it takes to upload everything and do all their titles, description, SEO, etc. I always think these things are going to be a breeze, especially because I've already done these episodes are done, they just need to be reformatted, but I just need to stop trying to trick myself into biting off more than I can chew and just go slow and steady, otherwise I will never be able to get this off the ground. So right now, the worst news, and I hate having to say this, I'm tentatively thinking of an August premiere for iHeart Animation. I know that it's much later than I wanted, it's taking all of my willpower to not say even May or June, but I know what kind of a schedule I have coming up at work, and I know I'll barely be able to get my regular episodes ready, let alone a full brand new podcast. Plus, I have something massive planned for Christmas in July, which I hope is not naive of me to put together a massive, many-episode, month-long event. But I'm doing it anyway, hopefully, so I'm gonna wait till August to launch iHeart Animation. It's things like this that make me glad I don't have a huge audience yet. That way I'm only disappointing a small handful of people, instead of a massive pile of angry listeners who will potentially cancel me on Twitter. But even though the standalone podcast is delayed, I will still be doing a bunch of iHeart Animation until then, and not just versions of Pinocchio. There will be a bunch of that too, but I have other animation podcasts in the works. In fact, I think for April, I only have animation episodes planned, so stay tuned. Anyway, I think that's all for now. I really need to get back to work editing some more Pinocchio content, because for some reason, that's almost my entire life through June apparently. So, thanks for listening. We will see you on Wednesday for more Pinocchio.